Ever wondered how to transform a passive classroom into an active learning environment? It's a challenge many educators face. We often see students who are disinterested, their minds drifting, not engaging with the material. Picture a classroom where silence reigns and the teacher's voice is the only sound. How boring. But it's an all too common scenario, one that does not foster growth or curiosity. So imagine a different scene. Students chatting, discussing, their hands waving in the air as they scramble to share their thoughts. Their eyes shine with eagerness, their voices filled with excitement, their minds buzzing with new ideas, and their enthusiasm to conduct independent research on topics at hand, laying the foundation for lifelong learning. This is a place where every student is not just present but actively participating, involved in the process of their own learning. How do we create such a place? The secret lies in intentional response protocols. Think of a classroom in school where students have given up on themselves through years of being passed along, or whose lives outside of school adversely affects their learning. This classroom must be a safe home away from home that encourages meaningful interaction. Imagine that you are a teacher in a bare classroom except for a scuffed chalkboard, a few educational posters, and creaky wooden furniture. Yet, with the right type of educator, the lack of resources does not hinder quality lessons. This was the case of Miss Doe, a seasoned educator. On her face was a look of determination, a reflection of the substantial problem she was grappling with. Her students, a cluster of young minds, showed little to no enthusiasm towards learning. They sat, unresponsive, almost indifferent, their interest lying anywhere but within the realms of education. Yet Miss Doe was not one to give up. She had a carefully crafted strategy. Miss Doe decided to implement intentional response protocols, a series of strategic techniques designed to boost student engagement. Addressing preconceived ideas and misconceptions was the first step in Miss Doe's unique pedagogical approach. Always a believer in open dialogue and exploration, she dedicated the initial part of her lessons to a unique exercise. This exercise was no ordinary one, as it demanded participation and courage from her students. She would ask them to share their initial thoughts, perspectives, and ideas on new topics, no matter how unconventional or incorrect they might seem. She believed that every thought had its own significance. This approach became a pivotal part of her teaching method, contributing tremendously to the dynamic and inclusive learning environment she created. It allowed her to identify and correct misconceptions at a very early stage, giving her a head start in the pursuit of effective learning. She viewed this interactive process as setting the groundwork, the fundamental base for all future learning. For practical examples of this method, visit our blog on thescholasplace.com. And well, don't leave us hanging. Please like this video, share, comment, and subscribe. Next, she introduced debates into her classroom. This was a strategic move on her part, as she understood the powerful impact debates could have on young minds. Through this platform, fresh ideas were born in abundance, and students found themselves enthusiastically participating. Debates, when structured appropriately, had the potential to stimulate students' critical thinking skills. As part of their preparation, they learned to research, form arguments, and validate points with credible evidence. It was a way of learning that went beyond textbooks and exams. In this setting, classmates turned into competitors, creating a dynamic and healthy atmosphere of competition. Furthermore, it nurtured an environment where each student valued and respected diverse opinions. The debates transformed the classroom into an arena of intellectual combat where respect prevailed. Each student was encouraged to express their point of view, promoting a culture of respect for diverse opinions. She also incorporated the Think, Pair, Share technique, a unique educational approach that encourages students to thoroughly process information on their own before pooling their knowledge with their peers. Each student was given a question to ponder over, encouraging them to delve into their own minds and formulate unique perspectives. They were then asked to pair up with a classmate and engage in a thoughtful discussion. This exchange of ideas fostered deeper understanding of the topic at hand. After these insightful discussions, students were encouraged to take a brave step and share their insights with the entire class. This not only helped each student to articulate their thoughts, but also to listen to others, creating a vibrant learning environment. This method not only improved comprehension, but also boosted their confidence in public speaking. But how did she ensure that every student was being heard? She managed this through two strategies: warm calling and randomized calling. Warm calling, as the name suggests, involves giving a heads up to students about their participation in class discussion. This method helps students prepare better for class, reducing their anxiety to answer questions on the spot. It fosters an atmosphere where students can confidently articulate their thoughts, while also promoting thorough preparation for each class. Warm calling is great for introverted students who tend to think more deeply before they speak. It is also beneficial for students who need extra processing time due to cognitive delays, health issues, or other concerns documented in students' records. Randomized calling is another method she employed. This strategy is more spontaneous, keeping each student alert and ready to contribute at any moment. By mixing unpredictability with preparedness, a unique classroom culture is formed. This culture encourages active participation from everyone, making sure each voice is valued and heard. Randomized calling, on the other hand, keeps all students on their toes, fostering a classroom culture where everyone is ready to contribute. Miss Doe introduced another old concept known as popcorn calling. This particular approach was unparalleled in its innovation. Here's how it works. After a student uncovers the solution to a question, they then pop the onus of asking the next question to a classmate of their choosing. The classmates then await their turn with a heightened sense of eagerness and curiosity. This unique aspect transformed the classic classroom scenario into an indulging game, making the lessons more interactive and fun, fostering a deeper sense of peer collaboration. This technique ingeniously created an atmosphere teeming with anticipation and excitement, further driving student engagement and participation. All these response protocols, however, required one crucial element: trust. Trust is an invisible thread that binds us all, making the difference between a functional and dysfunctional dynamic. For Miss Doe, this was something she understood well. She was a relentless architect of trust, always investing her time and efforts into cultivating strong, positive relationships with her students. When students misbehaved or engaged in not-so-scholarly actions, she made it a point to manage it in class, choosing not to diminish her power by calling administrator or parents unless they were absolutely needed. This was not an easy task. It demanded patience, understanding, empathy, and above all, genuine care. But Miss Doe was relentless in her pursuit. Through honest conversations, open dialogue, and consistent encouragement, she slowly but surely built trust with each individual. This resulted in an inclusive classroom environment, a sanctuary of safety where every student felt valued. She painstakingly created a space where every voice was heard and every opinion mattered. She created a safe and inclusive environment where every student felt valued and heard. So, what can we glean from Miss Doe's story? Deliberate response protocols can transform a classroom, turning passive pupils into active contributors. These methods let educators challenge misconceptions and stimulate discussion. They make class interesting, with warm calling, randomized calling, and popcorn calling techniques. The protocols build trust, providing a safe and inclusive environment. And most importantly, these protocols establish a trusted relationship between teacher and student, creating a safe and inclusive environment for all. And there you have it. Intentional response protocols, a pioneering approach that revolutionizes the world of education. This powerful tool, designed meticulously, is poised to equip teachers in the most challenging scenarios, transforming the way they interact and engage with their students. The essence of this tool lies in its intentionality, the way it encourages teachers to provide insights, critique, and encouragement in a manner that taps into the individual student's potential and promotes their learning growth. It's the wand in the hands of any educator, ready to wave it over their classes. It's an instrument that opens up countless horizons for students, igniting their passion for learning, stimulating their curiosity, and empowering them with the confidence they need in their educational journey. It's the gentle push towards the realization of their full potentials. It is ready to ignite a spark in every student. Please like and comment. We'd love to hear your thoughts and engage with you. Visit our blog on www.thesscholarsplace.com for more information, resources, and ideas. subscribe and turn on notifications so that you won't miss any content that may be valuable for you. Until next time, be scholarly.